Hey ladies, Sabrina Rodriguez, and I just wanted to go through the questions for the Ask Me Anything challenge, and we're going to pick two winners for our $15 gift certificate. So I have written down all the questions that were asked during the few days that I had the post open, and I'm going to go through them rather quickly. If you have any more questions about the questions you asked or the answers I gave, please feel free to comment below or message me personally if you have if you want to talk a little bit more. So the first question from Jessica W was, how much money do you usually make per party? For 2015, my average party is about $750 in retail sales, so I'm taking home about $350 to $375 a night, and that's within a 3 to 4 hour window. And we also get paid the night of the party, so I don't need to wait until the end of the month for that money. I get that money right away, which is really nice. So that is my average. The girls on my team who are just getting started, their party averages are about $500 to $600, and they're making between 40 and 45%. So they're making about $200 to $250 a night as well, which is about $70 an hour. Depending on how long the party could be, it could be $50 to $70 an hour starting out, which is definitely better than a part-time job anywhere else that's going to pay you that much in that short amount of time. Belinda Z had asked, how many different games have you had to come up with for your parties? This question, I have to admit, I do not think I made any party games up for any parties I think I've done in the past 4.5 years. The corporate office has an extensive list of all these different party games and ideas. Also, sister consultants post on our Facebook groups and different pages that we have of different games that they play. So I take the games that are already made and I kind of twist them into my own, or I do things with the guests that may be a little bit different than what the other consultants are doing. But I don't think I've had an original idea yet. Maybe one day I will, but I can't take credit for any of those. So there is a huge, long, extensive list of different party games that are suggested by corporate and by other consultants, and I don't need to recreate the wheel. If it's working for other people, it could work for me too. So I don't really have too much experience in making my own games, but I could definitely get into that soon, hopefully, with some new ideas. Carrie B asked, how do you get inventory? And this is a great question. There are different business packages that you can start. So our standard kit does not come with any inventory. Our deluxe kit, which is the kit that I suggest all of my new girls start with, that one comes with one to show and one to sell. So that means that you're going to be making your money back right away at your first party because you are already going to have a store to shop from. If you don't have an inventory, that's okay too. When I first started, I obviously didn't have any inventory. I mean, that just comes with time, but all you have to do is get different bins to put the things in, and you just shop from Pure Romance with your discount. It can either be 40 or 45% to start, and then once you get a team, you get a higher discount, and you can use the discount for personal use, for inventory use, or for your demo as well. So there's different ways to get the product, but to get inventory, you just keep track of what you're selling more of and you just stock up on those. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science, but that's a great question on building inventory, because as all of my clients know, I carry about $7,000 in inventory to each party. So my guests go home with everything that night, and women love to get their products. They don't want to wait 2 weeks. So I love having my inventory. It's definitely something that's huge in making my business successful. Carly J asked a bunch of questions, so I'll go through them one by one. What products do you recommend for first-time party goers? So if you have never been to a party before, it's going to be a little hard to explain some of the products real quick for you, but definitely products like our Bath & Beauty line's absolutely amazing. Our massage products, different lubricants, and if you're asking what kind of toys I would recommend, you would definitely have to go and have a party or go to a party to see, because everyone's going to be different. Some people like more speeds, more functions, and some people like just the low, the medium, the high speed, and that's really all they need, and that's their preference. So that would be more of an individual consultation to figure out what would be best for you, but mostly our products are Bath & Beauty in our catalog, and that's what a lot of the girls go home with that night, is the Bath & Beauty line. So those are some great products. How often do you work in order to pay for what you need? So with Pure Romance, I average between 6 to 8 parties a month, and that depends on what my life looks like that month. So if there's the holidays coming up, I'm obviously not going to be doing 8 parties because I don't want to do 8 parties, and that's really nice is that I get to make my own schedule. So to do probably 4 or 5 parties depending on the sales of the parties, but if it was an average party, I would probably have to do 4 parties in order to make my my payments for my car, my school, my storage unit payments, and to put money in savings. So all the other little things as well. So I probably need to do 4, but I obviously do more than that because I like the finer things in life, and I don't like to live paycheck to paycheck or struggle, so I always like to have extra parties on my books so that I have extra money in my pocket. But that's a great question. And then the next question is, do you have to purchase the items to try them? Do you receive a discount, or is a new item free? And the answer to that is, when you first start, you get at least a 40% commission discount, and you can use that for personal use or for your shows or for your inventory, like I was saying earlier. So we do get free items for every $1,000 you sell with Pure Romance. You get $50 in free items. You can use that for personal use, or you can sell it as well. So just depending on the month, how your sales were the previous month, you're going to get a bunch of free products. So this month I have an account that has $250 in free product in it because I had over $5,000 in sales last month. So I get to pick extra stuff, Coochie, Body Dew, things to restock for myself. My dad needs more shave cream as well, so he gets to benefit from that. And I get to add some new things to my demonstration as well, new flavors and new scents of some different products. And that is free, you just pay the tax on it. But if I wanted to purchase anything for myself throughout the month, I get my discount, which is 50%. So we don't need to pay full price for an item. When you're a consultant, you get that discount no matter what, which is really nice that you can get stuff for yourself too, and you don't need to pay full price. So Cindy F asked some questions as well. Are your parties based on commission? Yes. So parties are free, as you know, because I think your party is Saturday. So parties are free, and my hostesses get about $75 to $100 in free product just for having me over, and they also get a free gift. So in November, my gifts are usually heart massagers because it is so ridiculously cold out. The heart massagers are a perfect gift. But I make my money based on the sales. So the more people who are ordering and the more they order, the more that I'm making. I do not charge. We cannot charge for just walking in the door. It's our job as consultants to get the people to purchase. So that is how we make our money. That's how we get paid. It's based on commission. How do you pick the items you give as gifts? Really depends on the season and the customer. I was saying in November and December, my hostesses will get heart massagers. If they already have 5 heart massagers, then I'll think of something else to give them. But it just depends. Usually it's around $15 to $20 in retail that we give the free gift just for having us over. And how often do I have to travel? I don't have to travel, but that is something that I choose to do. So my free Chicago trip, my free Las Vegas trip, we actually just booked our trip for Orlando for March of next year. Those are a tax write-off, and they are completely optional. So you don't have to go to different trainings like in Cleveland, which is our closest market training. We don't have to go to them. It just benefits our businesses, and it's completely worth the day or the weekend that you take off to do it. But there's we're not forced to do it. It just depends on what your schedule looks like, and if you want to travel, you're more than welcome to see a whole bunch of different things around the world and meet a whole bunch of new people. And I love that I have friends from all over the world, from Kentucky to Australia. I have some great friends, and I'm very, very lucky. So I wouldn't have met them if I didn't travel, and that's something that you don't have to. Also for parties, you don't have to go 2 hours if you don't want to. It just depends on your preference and where you live and where all your friends and clients live as well. But that's just totally up to you. You're your own business owner, so you don't have to ask anyone for permission or ask anyone if this is okay. Then you just get to do what you want to do. Aaliyah asked some questions too, so I'll go through those. What is the most amount of parties you've done in 1 month, and how much did you make? This would probably be March of this year. I had over $10,800 in retail sales. I make 50% of that. Plus, we also get a 2.5% kickback on our bonus checks. So I make money the more my team members do parties, the more that I get bonus check as well each month. And you also get an extra 2.5% on that check when you hit over 10,000 in 1 month. So there was an extra $250 added to that check on top of that. So that was 8 parties. So that's typical. Maybe it was 10 parties. The most I've done in 1 month, I think, is 10 parties, and that is right around Valentine's season and when people have tax return money. So I'm very, very busy during the first quarter of the year, and that was very, very profitable. So I'm very lucky to have clients who are booking parties with me during all different times of the year. Kim O asked, what makes Pure Romance easier to get hostesses to have parties? First of all, I think these products really sell themselves. A lot of my clients book parties to have a free shopping spree with me, and I love that I get to spoil them with free and discounted items. And Pure Romance is really easy for hostesses to have parties because of the fun we have at the parties and the way that their friends react to these products, because some girls are a little scared, are a little closed off when we first introduce the party, but as soon as we get things rolling, they're having fun, they're having laughs, and they're in a comfortable, safe environment. So that's something that we offer to all the women who are our guests at parties. And some techniques I use to book parties is my envelope game. So in these different envelopes, I have a bunch of different colors, but for some reason pink and purple are sticking out today. There's gift certificates inside and free product inside, and when you book a party, you get to pick one of these, and then your friend gets credit when she books a party, and then you get what's inside at your party. So that's really cool that I get to offer that to my hostesses. And we also have different party games and stuff like that to book parties, but I think that that is simple and it gets people some new exciting things at their parties that they may not have already thought about getting. So that's really cool too. Michelle E. asked a bunch of questions. What kind of commission do you get? So because I have 23 girls on my team, I make 50% commission, and the higher you are in ranks with Pure Romance, the better commission you get. So we go all the way from 40% to 60% commission, which is huge. I don't know any other direct selling company that offers 60% commission, so you are making more than the company is making off each product that you are selling for them. So that is a huge incentive to work and build your team so that you can get the higher buying discount. Some consultants I know are making 53% commission, 55% commission as well, so there's a bunch of different options of growing from there. And is there a minimum party amount before you make your money? No. I can sell 1 bottle of Coochie and it does not have to be at a party, and I still make my commission. I still get paid from the product I'm selling. It does not have to be at a party. It can be random reorders or outside orders from clients, and that's what I love about this business, is that it doesn't have to be at a party in order for you to get product and get paid. There's no minimum retail for parties as well. So you're going to get 10% of the party sales and free product. And once your party hits $150 in retail sales, then you're going to get a free gift from me. So just for having me over, you get free product right off the bat when your friends are ordering. So there's no minimum for that. Do you get any type of discount for yourself? So earlier I said that we get the discount that we get for our clients, we get that for ourselves too. Melissa M. asked a couple questions. How did you start your business? I started my business, I purchased the standard kit. I honestly regret it because I wish I would have had more of an inventory without having to put more and more money into my business. But when I started with the standard kit, I had been working full-time in a restaurant waitressing, and I was full-time at Damon College, and I was a student pre-law, and I decided that I was just going to do this for extra money to meet some new people, to have my friends purchase product off me instead of someone else, and that was really all I was thinking I was going to be doing. After 4 months, I quit my waitressing job. I didn't like smelling like fish on Fridays, so I decided to stop working in a restaurant and working for someone else, and I started working for myself. So I continued with Pure Romance throughout my junior and senior year in college. That completely paid for all of my my books, all my expenses, my gas for commuting, all that kind of stuff. And so how I started was just booking parties. I just told all my friends that I was becoming a consultant, and they were really excited and really supportive. My family was supportive as well. So it didn't take long for my business to start. I started in May of 2011, and I have been meeting new people, branching out at all my parties. So it's really nice to meet people and to see old friends again too. And what did you give up to fully exceed with it? The only thing I gave up with Pure Romance was my other jobs. And that is really weird sounding, but I didn't have to rely on someone else's schedule. And when they scheduled me, when I was in school at Damon, my school, it was so hard. We had midterms, we had tests, we had papers, I was writing my thesis. I mean, there were so many different things going on that I wouldn't have been able to work in a restaurant on every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on top of all of the days that I was going to school. I would not have had time for life to see my family. It really just would have been a struggle. So because I was able to make my own schedule, I was doing Pure Romance parties, and I'd be home by 9:30 on a Friday, or I'd be able to do a Tuesday night party if I didn't have class the next day. It was really easy for me to catch up on homework and things like that, where if you work in a restaurant or in a retail store or anywhere, you're not allowed to be on your phone. You're not allowed to be sitting on a computer typing up your essay. So because I had that flexibility in my schedule, that's the thing I gave up to be successful with Pure Romance, was having other jobs and something distracting me from my schoolwork. And I think that that's really important if you have a family and other commitments to other people, that if you have a job, you can't just call in every other day. To make your own schedule, the flexibility with it is absolutely amazing with this company. So Michelle E also asked another question here. Do you get commission on people you recruit? Yes, I do. Everyone gets paid commission for sponsoring. So when you're first starting out and you sponsor a girl to your team, when she has her first party or she activates her account, you're going to get $50 in free product, which is really cool because you get to pick whatever free product you want. Then when you start getting into higher levels of leadership, you're going to get what's called a lifestyle bonus. So depending on what level you're at, it can grow from $100 a month to $1,000 a month, and that will depend on your retail sales. You also have to be doing parties as well to get your commission checks or override bonuses. But the 10th of the month, you will know every single Pure Romance consultant that I know is always happy on the 10th. It's like our Christmas. That's our payday. So we get paid from the previous month. The higher our team sales are, the higher commission, or the higher our bonus checks are. And Megan H asked, what made you get into Pure Romance? I don't know. When I was 19 when I started my Pure Romance business. I was talking earlier about how I was waitressing, but I ended up showing up late to a party, and they told me, oh, just get the shave cream, you'll love it. And I said, okay, I'll have a party myself because I missed it, so I'll be able to see the products. I love the products, and the woman had booked parties, so I would go to my friends' parties who booked from me. And the woman told me, you should stop waitressing and you should start thinking about this as making money, because you can make $50 an hour. And I laughed in her face and I said, I know I could talk about this, I have no problem with that, but starting your own business seems so overwhelming. So I obviously, like I said, started with the lower kit because I didn't know that I was making a big commitment, and it seemed less scary. So when I got into Pure Romance, I just wanted to get a discount for myself, sell my friends some amazing product, and maybe have a party or two once a month or twice a month, just to have extra spending cash, have book money for school, and have gas in my car to commute. That's all I was looking for. And the second party I've ever done with Pure Romance, my first party was $80 in sales. My second party was $1,400 in sales. And when I saw that money that I could make with Pure Romance within 3.5 hours, I was sold. I was going to be doing this. I was going to do whatever it took to make it successful, and I am so glad that I did, because I would not be here today if I didn't have that experience. Yes, I have some amazing parties, and yes, there are some lower parties, but there's always something positive that comes out of it, and that's something that I really love about Pure Romance. Another question we have, do you have another job? Yes, I work in a law firm part-time, and that money goes towards a house. Mike and I are saving for a house, and our goal is to close on a house by June 1st. So to have that extra money from another job is it's nice knowing that I have that income to build up my savings, to build up a retirement fund, and I can work it around my schedule. So the days that I need to take off, I can take off. If it's Pure Romance related, it's not an issue. I went to Chicago, I went to Cincinnati twice, I went to Las Vegas, just this year alone. Next year I'm going to Orlando, and I'm going to Louisville, Kentucky. So I have a lot of different travel plans in my future, and it's nice that I have a flexible daytime job. The reason why I got this job was because I was honestly bored during the day and I needed to do something more than just have parties at night. So I decided to work something that I can leave at work, and when I came home I could do my parties. So it's really nice to have a job that's flexible. And the next question, the last question we have is, do you have any team members in New Jersey? Right now I do not. There are some consultants, I believe, in New Jersey, but like I said, the ones who are out of state are in North Carolina, Ohio, and in Florida. Those are my out-of-state girls, and I love them to death. So I'm looking for a New Jersey girl. You could take over in New Jersey, no problem. So we're going to pick the 2 winners for the raffle. So everyone who asked a question, you have your name listed on these little pieces of paper. And I have a whole bunch here, and we're going to go through them. So, okay, so the 2 winners are Cindy F. And the other winner is Michelle E. So congratulations, ladies. Thank you so much for participating in the Ask Me Anything challenge. I am going to mail you your gift certificates, and you get to spend them with me. And I hope you ladies enjoyed these questions and answers. If you have any other questions and answers, and you want answers, please make sure that you contact me. I'm always hiring. I'm always looking to help women who want to take control of their financial future, and I'd love to help you too. So feel free to contact me, text me, message me personally, anything to get a hold of me. And I hope you ladies enjoy the rest of your night, and I look forward to talking to you soon and seeing you guys on my November 19th flash sale. My semi-annual flash sale is going to be happening all day Thursday, November 19th. That's where you guys can get the lowest deals on your product for the year. So make sure you are invited. If you're not invited, shoot me a message. I'll invite you personally to the event too. And thank you guys for your support, and thank you for asking your questions, and I hope you keep asking them as well. So have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.